All right, we are going live. Hello, hello. We're gonna get ready for Flexion Stretch. All right, we're gonna wait for a few people to log on. What you're gonna need, some resistance bands today. Probably lighter bands if you have lighter bands. And then also a towel, because we're going to do some sliding stuff. So if you have wood floor or tile floor, go ahead and grab a towel. If you have a carpet, paper plates work well, or furniture movers, anything that has a firm surface, even like cardboard will work for sliders. So if you have carpet, go ahead and grab some sliders. We'll get started here in a minute while people are grabbing their equipment. So we need light bands and something you can slide your feet on. So whether that be a towel, socks, whatever, go ahead and grab those. I hope everybody had a great long weekend. I did, except it rained here in South Florida for 2 days straight. There was a lot of flooding. So kind of cooped up and started a new show that is really good on Amazon called Hunters. I don't know if you guys have watched that, but that's amazing. Really, really well done. So kind of addicted to that, binging on some TV. So I'm looking forward to this workout. So let's go ahead and get going. We're going to warm up using our, and like I said, grab your bands, grab something you can slide your feet on, whether that be paper plates or towel. All right, let's warm up using our cars. So this is the FRC stuff. If you're following any of the mobility world, that's pretty popular right now. So let's go ahead and just have a seat. We're going to start with our neck. So I want you to tighten up your whole body. So create some tension, drop the chin down to the chest, and just do some neck circles. Warming up each joint. So do that 2 times in each direction. If you feel any pain, you skip over it. All right, bring the arms up, shoulder blades, move the shoulder blades. So we're lifting up towards our ears, push the shoulder blades together, bring them down, bring them forward. So make that circle with the shoulder blades. A lot of times our shoulder blades are pretty stuck. So we want to make sure they are moving well. All right, and then change directions. You should be able to shrug those shoulders up and then pull those shoulders down. Good. All right, cross the arms in the front. We're working the thoracic area. So mobilizing the spine. So again, tighten up. You're going to round, then lean, and then back bend and around. And again, move from the middle of the back. And this is pin on our hips, so we're not moving our hips as we do this. And then change directions. Two times in each direction. Bring both arms up, palms face you, and then rotate as you reach back. Pushing the arms back as far as you can, pinkies forward, palms out, and then reverse that. And let's do that again. So warming up the joints. Good. All right, hips. So come into this, I think they call it like a bear position. Tighten up. You can lean back a little bit if you want to lean back. Tighten up. You can also bring the arms in front and tighten. And you're going to go side to side with the legs. If you feel any pain, you don't go there. Side to side, working those hips, internal and external rotation of the hips, and trying to keep the upper body pretty stationary as you're rotating. And then let's get those ankles. So hug the knee into your chest, tighten up the ankle and the leg, and do some circles with the ankles. 2 times in each direction. And switch sides. So warming the joints up, pretty important. Will help prevent those injuries. Get a good warm up. Okay, guys, let's get to it. So we're going to go into Flexion Stretch. We're going to incorporate the mobility stuff and strength stuff to help us be stronger overall. So the first thing we're going to do is elasticity training. Train your tissues to become more elastic. This one might be tough for some of you. I'll give you an alternative if it is. So you're going to come into a pike position, but we're going to bring the tops of the feet to the floor and pike. I haven't done this in a while, so I'll probably struggle a little bit. We're aiming for 20 times, 1 second stretches. So you only go to the point where you start to feel that stretch and you bounce it right back. All right, so curling the toes under. So we're pressing with the tops of the feet here. And you might get a little cramp. Just work it out. And then press with the tops of the feet. And we're trying for 20 times. So you're conditioning the elasticity of the feet, of the front line, front of the ankles, shins, but also getting a little ab exercise in. And then come on down, trying that 20 times. Your feet might freak out at first. And then we're going to do a little crawling. So hands under the shoulders, curl the toes under. We're trying to keep that tabletop position as we crawl. So we're not letting that butt get too high. And we're going back and forth, stabilizing the core. Try not to rock side to side too much. Crawling is really good. So the knees aren't off the floor very much. Stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. And forward. And relax. Good. Come onto the floor. We're doing some hip flexor strengthening, so relax the feet a little bit. You don't want toes pointing up too much. And we're going to work on our hip flexors. So pretend you're lifting your leg over something. Up and down. Up and down. So here we go. Try 20 times. Leaning back will make it a little easier. Leaning forward makes it harder. Very important to have strong hip flexors. Switching sides. And all I do is, do as many as you can. You pick the rep range, depending on like what resistance that your bands are, where you're at in your fitness program. You choose the rep range. You do 3, that's awesome. You do 20, that's awesome too. Don't even worry about it. So this one's going to burn a little bit. Again, trying 20 times. Okay, back to the top. So we're going back into those pikes. Focus on pushing with the feet. Secondary core. Because we're trying to loosen up that front line. From the ankles, from the shins, all the way up into the hips. So if you straighten the legs a little bit more, you may be able to hear my knee. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Come on down. Crawling. Give yourself a little room. All fours and crawl. Really try to stabilize through your core. Minimize the rocking. Come on down and hip flexors. And lifting and lowering. If you have a block or something, you can lift that leg over top. Switch sides. Great. So oftentimes our hip flexors are very weak. So it's really important. Oh, good. Glad you're enjoying that. So hip flexors are usually weak, and that's why we have issues with them. So it's good to strengthen them. So let's go ahead and change it up. We're going to move into some leg stuff. So come on up. Grab a little water if you need water. Let me angle that up a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm on YouTube Live too. So YouTube and Instagram. So we're going to start with some elasticity training, and we're going to get into like inner thighs, adductor. So I want you to angle your feet out and come into like a sumo squat. So we're angling the feet out, getting wide. So you start to feel a stretching here, okay? So again, elasticity training, let's do it 20 times. You only go to the point of a slight stretch, and you go right back out of it. 1, 2. So you stay in that short range of motion. Trying 20 times. And 20, come on up. And of course, the quads are gonna get a little burn. Then go into some curtsy lunges. So you're gonna take a step back, like a little curtsy, and then forward. So if you have weights, feel free to grab weights here. If not, just up your rep range. So we'll go for 20 here. If you have weights, go ahead and grab your weights. I don't have any weights. I have some bands. I don't know. I guess you could figure out how to do some bands with this, but just go for the curtsy. So you should feel like a nice stretch in this hip, right? So we try not to rotate the leg back too much, the hips back too much. Try to keep the hips pretty square. So you're really working in this hip. My knee is a crunching today. If you need to slow down the pace, feel free. I feel like I do it a little quick. If your pace is a little slower, that's awesome. If you want to go a little faster, that's up to you. Again, rep range is up to you too. Okay, let's switch sides. So I think I did about 20. And switching legs. No crunchies on this knee. Got the crunch on the other knee. Speaking of knees, Thursday's class will be focused on knees, the foam roll and stretch class. So hope to see you guys then. Arms can be wherever. When I'm training people, I always have my hands together for whatever reason. And people will do that as well. I'm like, you don't have to do that with your hands. Like wherever you need to be with your hands works for you. Okay, now we're going to go into some jumping. You can be aggressive with this. You can not be aggressive with this. Hey guys, thanks for logging on. Okay, so we're working the inner thighs. So this whole series is focused on loosening the inner thighs, strengthening the outer thighs, and then strengthening the inner thighs. So I want you to be knock-kneed here, okay? So I want you to feel this stuff turn on. You're going to do hops. So you're going knock-kneed, tighten your inner thighs, hop side to side. So your foot and ankle should be outside your knee. And I want you to go 20 times. And again, you can take this easy or more aggressive, depending on what your fitness level is and what you feel comfortable with. So I'm feeling my inner thighs turn on, often another weak area in a lot of people. And good, nice. All right, take a little breather. Fantastic morning. Peter, so positive, love it. So go ahead and take a little break. Really didn't do much over the weekend because of the rain, so I'm feeling a little winded today. So grab your little water if you need a little water, and we will repeat that. All right, back to our elasticity training. So angle the feet up, like a big sumo squat, come down. Start to feel a little stretch. You might have to get deeper this time. You might have loosened up. And repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Come on up. Curtsy lunges. Take a step back and step forward. Doing a little curtsy. Hips are pretty forward. Try not to rotate the hips too much. You should be feeling it in this front leg, the hip here. I always appreciate you guys logging on. I hope you enjoy these classes. They are uploaded on YouTube and on IGTV. So if you want to check them out, leave a comment, switch legs, like it, share it, all the things. All the things, because that really does help small business like me. Reviews, huge, 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 huge. And comments. I mean, you guys know you don't see everything on Instagram because of the algorithms. So if you have people you support and help really enjoy their content, do more than like, comment, and save, because those things are so important. Boosting our visibility. Okay, let's get those inner thighs. Again, you're knocking your knees together, tightening. Ankles are outside the knees. And then we're doing the hops, the jumps, the skiers, right? Side to side. So this is really good for having healthy knees. And good. All right. Catch your breath. We're coming into some upper body stuff. All right, so when you're breathing, try to breathe. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Even when you're breathing harder, try to breathe through. Inhale and exhale through the nose. You'll get more oxygen to your body that way. So, moving on. Let's go into down dog. We're going to loosen up a little bit of the front line now. A little bit more of the front line. So we can activate the back line better. So, coming into down dog, wherever you're at, you're pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would keep your head straight, not tilted. Don't tuck the chin in. Again, 20 times. Come on down, grab your band. I would go with a lighter band. Step on 1 foot or 2 foot, depends on the resistance here. Come into a squat position. I'm going to go narrow because I'm stepping on with 1 foot. Thumbs up, you're going into this Y position. So pressing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Try for 20. Depends on your resistance. And this is typically a harder exercise, I guess, for a lot of people. Good. All right, release that. Upright row. So again, loosening up. I'm going to go with a little bit of heavier resistance. Loosening it up, step on the band. If you have weights, you can do this with weights too. And then upright row. So getting in the pec minor, loosening up. So the first thing we did, loosen up that pec minor, which is under the pec muscle, right? And then strengthen the opposite muscle, that Y. And now going into strengthening the upper traps. So all those muscles work synergistically. Good. And release. Okay. Back to our fascial conditioning. So down dog. Don't worry about it if you can't get your heels to the ground. Loosening it up 20 times. Come on down, grab your band. For the Ys. So when I'm making notes, planning this out, I just put Ys, so I know what they are. Come into a squat position, thumbs are up. And some of you might even do this without a band at all, or weights. You can just go into the movement. So come up, 1, 2. Okay, 15 for that. 1 for me this time. Start to fill in my neck a little bit. So if you're not feeling it in the right spot, modify. Something's off. So if you're not feeling in the right spot, you need to modify somehow or do less reps. Because you should be feeling it in a different spot. Okay, upright row, elbows up. As you pull the elbows up, pull the shoulders down. Try for 20 times. And 20. Okay. Changing it up. We're gonna go into some more leg stuff. You need to grab some water, grab some water. If you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, so you're gonna need like a chair, couch, something nearby. I guess a lot of us are at home, so I'm gonna say the majority of us, so you're gonna have that chair nearby. We're gonna go into a quad stretch first. Again, loosen up the tissue, then you're gonna have more range, but very specific type of loosening. You want to go into like a 2-minute passive stretch. We're loosening it up actively, which is very important. Okay, so the closer your knee is to the wall, the more intense this is going to be. So coming up into this quad stretch, active quad stretch here. If you are worried about your balance, hold on to something because you're only going to feel it in this leg if you're worried about balance. Once you feel it in this leg. If you can't do this with your foot, curl the toes under. So go ahead, I want you to push away, push your body away with the foot into the wall. So push the foot into the wall, push the body away. You should feel this turn on. Relax, bring it back. Do that 2 more times. Push away, relax, bring it back, push away. Keep pushing into the wall with this foot. So this is turned on. This is contracting. Now pull yourself back, tuck your butt under, and you should feel this stretch in your hip flexor quad. Push forward. Keep pushing forward as you move back. Tuck the butt under, flatten the front of the hip. Again, kick forward. Keep that contraction. And then bring it back. Good. All right. Hands on the floor, step down, and bring that knee forward. Switching sides. This is super intense for most people. So don't think it's not. Go ahead and push your foot into the wall. Push forward, turn on that quad, relax, bring it back. So we want to kind of make it contract a couple times. Turn it on before we go into that stretch. Again, it's active. Active stretches are far more efficient. All right, keep kicking into the wall as you move back. Doing a lot of hand stuff. Active stretches are far more efficient than passive stretches for time. Passive stretches you have to hold for like 2 minutes, 90 seconds to 2 minutes to get some benefit out of them. Keep kicking into the wall as you draw back. And then one more time, keep kicking into the wall. And keep kicking the wall as you draw back. Good. All right, knee down. Come out of that. Have a chair handy, have a couch handy. We're going into an Atd squat. So this squat, keep the glutes contracted. You're going to come, heels are going to come off the floor. This might be a little high for me, but you're going to tap your knees to your chair, to your couch, whatever that may be. So again, keep the glutes contracted and lean forward. You can bring the arms back if that is better for you. You can bring the arms forward to counter. So knees are going over the toes. I'm going to get that out of the way. But just to give you a reference point. Knees are going over the toes to help strengthen the knees. And balance. Keep the glutes contracted. Woo. Try for 20 times. So we've done a variation of this on the floor, previous classes, where we're on our knees and then we lean back So it works on the eccentric phase of the exercise, which is super important for strength and injury prevention. Balance as well. I have no idea how many I've done. We're going to say a couple more here. Last one. Good. So if your knees do hurt during that, you go to the point where they don't hurt. You start with even a smaller rep range. And then come on down to the floor. You're going to need your towels at this point. Hi, thanks for the thumbs up and the waves. Okay, so 1 or 2 feet. Let me go. Gotta move the mat out of the way a little bit here. Okay, sliders. Again, we're working on hamstrings, the eccentric phase of the hamstring. So, let me come over here. This might not work out so well. Okay. Come down to bridge position. Butt at the end of your mat. Ideally, palms face up, and you bridge up. So 2 options here. You do it with 1 foot. You keep 1 foot on the towel, butt is lifted, and you go slow and way out, and then drag it in. You got to create your own resistance there. Other option, significantly harder. You go out with the legs, with both feet, and then pull in. So if you're doing a single leg, probably higher rep. You could also go out with both legs, and then maybe pull in with 1 leg. So 3 options there. Any variation. So this is significantly harder with both legs. Maybe try for 10. If you're a baller, maybe 20. Slow and way out though. You should feel the hamstrings lengthening and strengthening as you go out. And then come on down. So finish those up, and we'll move on back to the quad stretch. You're welcome. So let's go back to the quad stretch, the squats, and then the hamstrings. We're going to wrap it up. So going into that quad stretch on the wall, put some cushion under your feet if you need it. You can also do this if you have a stability ball. You can put the stability ball behind your leg. That's a good one, actually. Okay, coming up, let's go right into stretch, strengthen, or strengthen, stretch. So kick away. Keep kicking into the wall, draw the hips back. Again, kick forward. Keep kicking. Pull the hips back. Again, forward. Keep kicking, hips back. 3 more times. Forward. Keep kicking, hips back. 2 more times. Last one. And back. Good. All right, foot comes back. And knee comes forward. Okay, switching sides. I know this is your favorite stretch. Everyone's favorite stretch. Favorite stretch. If it's your favorite stretch, give me a thumbs up. Kick forward. Keep kicking forward as you push your body back. So you're resisting that as you go back. Resisting the momentum of the kick forward as your body moves back. Do that 6 times. Try to tuck the butt under as you draw your body back. One more time. All right, and then step forward, bring it down, ATG squats. So I don't know if you guys have heard of ATG, but it's an amazing training program. Highly recommend it. They have a superhuman program. Okay, here we go. Knees over toes, right? Knees over toes, counterbalance. Keep this glute squeezed for 1. And control, right? Or control the lengthening eccentric phase. So that would be on the way forward and down. The idea is to get really, really low with this. All the way to the floor if possible. I got a ways to go. Ooh. Few more. Who else is wobbly out there with this? Balance. One more. All right, and then let's go into those sliders. So working those hamstrings. So real important to work both sides, right? The synergistic muscles. In an efficient and effective way. So go ahead and come on down. Got a thumbs up for got a thumbs up for the ATG squats. Or maybe it was the quad stretch, right? All right, come on down. Last one here again. So we improve our mobility by working the eccentric phase with strength. Super important here. So come on up and extend the legs out as far as you feel safe, and then bring it in. So wherever that's at, right? So you might just go a little ways and then pull it in. That's fine. But if you're going to go all the way straight, do it. More range of motion, more strength in that range of motion. That's what it's about. Having strength in your range of motion. Try for a couple more. And good. All right, guys. If you do have any questions, any comments, anything at all, let me know. Let me know. Otherwise, we are finished for today. Again, working on that strength, working on that mobility, and combining the best of strength and stretch. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Again, my name is Amy. I am of MastroStretch, and I am a personal trainer and also a stretch therapist. So if you do enjoy these classes, check them out on YouTube. They are on Instagram, IGTV, but YouTube is very organized. You're very, very welcome. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you do enjoy this class, I do have a stronger lower back program on my website at MastroStretch.com. You may appreciate that, enjoy it. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out. And otherwise, I will see you guys Thursday, 10:15, foam roll and stretch class, half hour foam roll and stretch class, and we're focusing on knees. cranky knees. So be sure to put that on your calendar, 10:15 on Thursday for a half hour. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.